Get put in that blender. Hold on, who is you? Pat him down before he enter. Don't you hang with the ops talking about he don't remember. Trying to copy what I do. You was not a printer. Cooped up, mate. Get they suit touch begging. I ain't even got $2 for you. Roll call when I'm coming with me. No, this ain't jump ball. You can't jump with me. Ballin' jump, man. Touch hands. We about to bump then. Better bang yours. Cause I bang mine. This ain't happen overnight. It take time. You seen a Super Bowl, the cheat code. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. What I want for Christmas too. That's the same time with me, it's game time. But with you, yeah, it's same time. Hey, keep playing around, get your head. Don't wanna live right well over.
Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley. And we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the San Francisco 49ers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23. Ground, it's the rookie out of Florida. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. If you look at this Bronco defense, they're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready. 19, Tiger, 19.
They run once more with Dillon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. The Niners at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready. 19, 18. Check go.
To the right side, this is Dillon. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4.
Ready. Cowboy 80s.
A give for Dillon running right. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Tatum. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
Operating from the gun, Tatum. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31.
18 Cardinal.
Up the middle they go. Metcalf. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. When you look at this Bronco defense, there are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defensive coordinator, we know they have a full playbook. So look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall back the next. They'll do a lot of different things trying to confuse the offense.
They give to Dillon out of the gun. A solid stiff arm. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That good for 19 on a first down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon. Now the try here for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Broncos 0.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now it's Nix. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Again, it's Harvey. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Nix. Gets it underneath. Here's Harvey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Nix going to give to Harvey. To about the 26 here.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Bombers.
To throw is Nix. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
That's another Broncos first down. A gain of 14. First down, Denver.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. And now an audible here into something else.
Shanahan.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Zone read to give to Harvey. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run.
And this time he is in. R.J. Harvey with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Boy, 2 long, sustained drives by each team to start things out. It's kind of similar to how the pitch clock has shortened baseball games. That means we'll be out of here quickly if we get a few more drives like that. We're in the 2nd quarter now, and we've only had 1 drive apiece, each of which have ended with touchdowns.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 46, here's second down and 7. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Tatum. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll go with the keeper. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing Nix. Quick slant caught by Pierce. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run straight ahead with Harvey. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Bombers. One set. Ready. Catching. Away.
To throw, here's Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have moved out in front. Extra point forthcoming. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score. Broncos 49ers 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Tatum. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Tatum. He'll dump this down to Dillon. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Let's go.
Dillon up the middle. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
49ers first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make.
Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The final shot before break. Tatum. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 8. Once more with Harvey. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 28.
A gain of 6 on the play. And this is 3rd down.
Try to run for it. Here's Harvey. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Off play action. Tatum. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. They'll run for it with Dillon. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Nix to the air. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
This is going to be a corner route to their tight end, and I'll tell you what, it's man coverage, so that makes it hard for a linebacker to stay with it. And he's able to make the catch on the right side of the field and pick up the first down.
Kill.
Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Bombers.
Operating from the gun. Nix. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Let's go. 19, Tiger, 19.
Again, it's Dillon.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
On the jump.
Now a handoff up the middle. Metcalf. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there.
His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Broncos 20, 49ers 17.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Nick's going to keep this himself.
And he'll just get rid of it.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. On the give, it's Harvey.
Oh, and now some space to operate.
Down the right sideline. Inside the 10.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
R.J. Harvey.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
The extra point splits the uprights. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Metcalf, 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Jordan Watkins. 68 yards. And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
On the handoff, Harvey. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Again, it's Harvey. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Broncos will add to their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
34, 49ers 24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
At their own 30-yard line.
San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, where they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter, this drive becomes very critical. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payout they were looking for.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. Now a give right side. Metcalf. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive can take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation, because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
They'll try and run. Dillon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 might change the thought process here as they have some options on 4th and goal. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
19, Tiger, 19, Viking, 18, 18, Pioneer, 79, Broncos.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one, because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And from the 4, they give it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Nick's going to give to Harvey. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
And the Broncos first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
A handoff. Here's Harvey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Harvey. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game.
At the 41-yard line.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. A run here with Harvey. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
The Broncos send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
60. Let's go now. Viking 18. Buffalo 18.
Throwing to start the drive. Tatum. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A higher scoring game, Charles, and we